Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom coming to you from Shanghai and back for another Eurovision reaction video. Tonight I'm going to be listening to Embers by James Newman. He's representing UK in Eurovision 2021. I'm going to listen, react and see how this could do in Rotterdam. So let's kiki. As always, you can use the progress bar if you want to skip to a particular part of the video. I'll only briefly touch on UK in Eurovision because I went into it pretty thoroughly last year, but unfortunately there does tend to be a thing that's a little bit prevalent in the British public, which is that people don't vote for them in Eurovision because they don't like them, but I'll flash up the statistics that I put up last year that show that actually they don't even like their own song. One thing I'll say is I really love the British Eurovision fans. I think they put up with so much crap, kind of like the BBC just like fudging everything every year and refusing to hand over and give someone else a shot, on top of like just constantly having these songs that feel really formulaic and slightly condescending to Eurovision, and then on top of that having all these like people from the 70s and 80s saying that nobody votes them because of, like, this year it was Clodagh saying no one will vote for them because of the vaccine. This is kind of like wacky conspiracy theories. When the UK sends something good, it does well. James Newman in 2009 was the last time they were in the top 5. Blue did it okay in 2011. To be honest, I didn't think that song was particularly good, and they still were just on the cusp of top 10. And then Lucy had a really fantastic song, but she fudged the staging a little bit. Really, those are the only decent songs that they sent recently. Everything else has been super forgettable or bland or just a bit not great. I wasn't mad on James's song last year. I didn't think it was terrible, but I felt its main aim was to be reputable or not awful. And in the process of doing that, he ended up coming up with something that was just incredibly forgettable. Like, I really have not thought about or played that song once since I did my review last year. So I was a little bit excited to see what he's got this year. I think he's going for something a little bit more upbeat. The song is called Embers, which I think is a cool name. I wouldn't say my expectations are low, but I think he does have the capability of coming up with something good. But as always, the UK needs to really totally rethink their approach to Eurovision if they're going to have sustained success, because really the formula that they've been applying for the last 20 or so years is really totally ineffective. Let's see if this is how many views has this got. 74,000. Ooh, 3 hours ago premiered. James Newman, Embers, Wanna Know My Secret Bang. I'm gonna go big screen for this. Why not? You only live once. Ooh, a field. Nice. Charlie Lightning. Wow. I'm sold. Okay. That beat sounds a bit dated, but I'm still in. I'm staying optimistic. I like some of the colour scheme. I like his voice as well. It's a bit gravelly. This sounds a bit X Factory so far, but let's keep going. Come on, UK. Come on. Come on, UK. It's very clappy handsy. Ooh, I like that trashy 90s beat. Oh, it does feel like they rummaged around in a 90s, noughties second-hand bin. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, they're still running around in that bin. A little bit of a lesbian kiss. Oh no, it's not lesbian. Sorry, from the left was lesbian. That party looks awful. Okay, let's be real. Yeah, I think my optimism can only go so far. It sounds old. It just doesn't sound like, it just sounds the same old UK songs. It doesn't sound like they're progressed or evolved at all. Yeah, this beat it sounds really cheap. It sounds like a kind of cheap garage beat from the noughties. I like that they've gone for something kind of like fun and upbeat. I don't know, the trumpets and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. No, has he got a choir now? Okay, that thing where he's over him is a little bit creepy. It comes across a bit predatory. Yeah. I think this song just really shows up how out of touch the UK delegation are every single year. I'm curious to see if people are going to react to this. Really, for me, I don't know if I can kind of pick out the tacky aspects of that more because I lived in the UK for 7 years. So I've kind of heard cheap, kind of low quality music from the UK. I'm not, well, maybe that was a little bit of a Freudian slip. I'm not saying that's like cheap, low quality, but it sounds like stuff borrowed from cheap, low quality music. Yeah, look, I don't know. Am I disappointed? It's the UK. It's just the same shit every year, really. It's just, they just don't get it, and you can see there's like some of those, that thing I talked about last year where they feel like they've got a checklist, like what are the constituents of a good song, and they go through them one by one, and they're like, look up a recipe how to make an upbeat Eurovision bop, and I want to be positive about it, but I also feel like being meaninglessly positive is just pointless, and there's already enough Eurovision channels that just say that everything's amazing. So yeah, I don't know, I'm disappointed. I kind of had a little bit of faith in him that he'd be able to break that curse that, well, curses don't really last 20 years. It's more of a habit that the UK has of just sending this really old bargain bin stuff that feels like second or third or fourth hand. This doesn't feel like a song that lots of people were clamoring to buy. Or it is frustrating because the UK does have a really good music scene, and you know they've got a lot of like individual styles within their music scene as well, and we just never seem to get that. We always just seem to get, I don't know, the worst of it. Yeah, I don't know how to be positive about that. I just thought it was bad. Like, I just thought it was bad, and I feel bad for him because I feel that I feel like he's trying hard and he's putting his heart and soul into it, but yeah, just don't think it's successful. I don't like this as much as I like Michael Rice. I actually thought Michael Rice, even though the song was like very naff, I thought he sold it enough to me that I think I'm pretty sure I downloaded that in the end. Okay, if you go through the UK's results since 2010, 25th, 11th, 25th, 19th, 17th, 24th, 24th, 15th, 24th, 26th. That's, yeah, really, I'm sure he hadn't had the stage run and that like incredible turnaround. I think she probably would have come last as well. So this is just, how bad does the UK have to do before something changes? I think they just got to, BBC's just got to give it away. They can hack it. They aren't able to do, or whatever, whoever the delegation is, whoever's in control, they just need, I just think some heads need to roll. Okay, I'm going to go for a second listen and see if I feel any different. Yeah, let's give him a second chance. Such a promising start with Charlie Lightning directing. Those first bars sound so cheap. I really like his vocal in the first verse. It sounds like an X Factor song from 2008. I like when that beat comes in. As tacky as it is, I don't know, it's still interesting. I don't know. This just sounds like something I've heard. It sounds like 4 or 5 songs I've already heard before stitched together. I gotta admit now, I really like him. He looks awkward. He doesn't look comfortable. I don't know if this tempo suits him. Oh, it's bouncy and fun. I don't think some people are actually gonna like this. Like, I don't think this will come last. I think there's gonna be enough people who are gonna like the kind of energy vibe, and they might find like a little bit of nostalgia in it or something. Yeah, he looks very uncomfortable when he's dancing. I guess what I would really, really love to see from the UK is something different or fresh or new, something along the lines of Victoria rocks in. I think I said a similar comment when I was thinking about Ireland, because really largely I do feel like I want Ireland to do the same thing. I think the UK and Ireland have pretty much exactly the same problem. I think that we're both stuck in a rut of this, like the golden days of the 90s where we didn't have to really try that hard and we won anyway. And now that the standard of everyone else is so much higher, there just seems to be this like denial that's going on that Europeans can make good music. Now, this is obviously, I'm not speaking for everyone, but there does seem to be a lot too much of it. And obviously now I've lived in Ireland I lived there for 27 years. I lived in the UK for 7 years, so I do feel confident enough that I can say that. But I've always noticed that kind of arrogance in the UK and Ireland about the contest and the general public, that this sense of like that we're above it. I don't know. I really do think that Ireland and UK need to prove that. If we think that our music scenes are so amazing, we need to prove it. And year after year after year, we prove that we can't. We don't have it. The song is fine. It's hard to describe. The song is fine. For me, it's utterly unambitious. It is super safe, super already done, recycled, rehashed, reused lots of things I've already heard before living in the UK. It's got nothing original or fresh about it. It's just like they said, okay guys, we're going to go for an upbeat song this year. We're going to have something fun and bouncy. We're going to have some fun brass instruments. We're going to have a tacky noughties beat, and we're going to dance around. I would not be surprised if that was the meeting that they went to, and then they ticked through the boxes as they were producing the song, and at the end they're like, wow, this is what people want in Eurovision. And they just need to get over the fact that's not what people want in the Eurovision since 2004. We've moved on. The UK and Ireland have not moved on. They're stuck in a rut, and I don't know what it's going to take to get out of it. I think that the UK needs to give the reins to a different channel. I'm not sure if the BBC organised this one this year. I get the impression they've got a partnership with a record company now, and this is, I think it might be BMG or something, but they're doing like songs coordinated through the record company. Look, at the end of the day, the true test for this for me is, how will this do in the British charts? Because until the day that the British song gets #1 in the charts, they have absolutely no right to complain about not getting votes from other people. If you don't even like your own song, how in the hell are you going to love? If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love anyone else? Can I get an amen up in here? Not the amen from Slovenia or Austria. Look, yeah, I think that's what everything it boils down to, and everything I say all comes down to that one thing. The UK cannot expect to do well until they send something that goes #1 in their charts. I'll be interested to see what this does. I would be surprised if this broke into the top 20 in the UK charts, but who knows? I could be just totally out of the wavelength and it's just not my type of music. And if that is, that's absolutely okay. I would love people to tell me about it in the comments. If you love it, that's great. I would love people to love it. But for me, it is really tacky. Let's have a look and see how this is doing on the Eurovision scoreboard. This song came out maybe 4 hours ago. People on the Eurovision scoreboard are really quick. It's in 19th, which is pretty good for the UK actually. I'll go back and see. We've got 32 songs released now. He is 19th, so he's kind of in the middle. 19 of 32. He's in the bottom half. Let's have a look and see how he did last year. I gotta admit, I would probably prefer his song last year. It felt a little bit more, that tiny bit fresher. This doesn't feel fresh at all, really, to me. Let's have a look and see. He finished up 29th. Let's have a look and see if anything has changed in the odds. God, I love seeing all the people moving up and down in the odds all the time. Ooh, Ireland's moved up to 28. They haven't budged. Okay, probably a little bit too early yet, but I would imagine that would roughly stay in the same place. The automatic qualifiers always tend to be a little bit higher up in the odds because there is never that concern about them non-qualifying, so there's a little bit less risk in betting for them. But yeah, look, it's just not for me. I would be interested to see if other people like this, and if people do like that, I have no problem with it. For me, it's not the vibe and the progression that I want the UK to go. This does not give impression to me that the UK is getting it and are building up a change that's going to happen over years. That just sounds to me like same old, same old. And I think that's why it's maybe a little bit disappointing to me. In any case, that's what I think. What do you think? Please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in another Eurovision reaction video very soon. Goodbye.